What's up, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with SPY, Tesla, Nvidia, the QQQ, and a couple of other tickers. Give you guys a very, very quick update what's happening with the markets and what you should be watching for as time goes on. Just note that I'm not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And don't forget to smash the like button. Anyways, as far as the market goes, there's not really much data coming out for today, but just notes that we do have Nvidia's earnings coming out after the market closes. So despite the fact that the market's dumping right now, I'm not really phased by that. I'm not really scared. Like, it doesn't really change my view. Nvidia's earnings will be the next big factor, and we'll see how that ends up affecting things. So SPY has the support at 555. That's critical, and also at 558. That's also where we have these supports. The resistance at 560, not to mention 562. As of right now, the chart is dipping. It looks a little bit more bearish for the time being. We'll be watching to see how well 558 ends up holding. So make sure you watch that as a very, very key level. We have resistance also at 559.58 or 20 EMA. That's going to be a key support. Not to mention the fact that we have 516 other factors like that. So we'll see, even if we do try to dip lower, since we are looking a little bit more bearish right now, don't worry too much about that. What matters is Nvidia's earnings. And as long as SPY is above 555, we are still range bound, because every time we get either 555 or 558, we get bought back up. So we're still range bound, and we'll see how things go. With Nvidia, we are dumping right now as well. So once again, SPY is looking more bearish for the time being. But we'll see what Nvidia's earnings cause. We're still in a range, so we could dip a little bit more, but the range is still holding. Just wanted to clarify that. Nvidia is dipping a little bit more right here. We're looking at 124.7 as support. If we lose that, our next support is at 123. We have 126.5 as resistance, followed by 128. I think we could dip a little bit more, and then we'll see if we get bought back up. We're still range bound right now. But don't worry, guys, as long as the video holds above the 122s, as long as we are in this range, we're going to be completely fine. Earnings will be the next big factor. We'll see if that causes a dump or not. So I wouldn't necessarily fall for this move or say I favor a move for Nvidia's earnings because of this. So don't be fooled by it. Don't think the market's bearish, which means Nvidia has to crash after earnings. We don't know that, so we have to be very patient. With Bitcoin, we're going to be looking for 58,000 as supports. The 58,500 area. We might be tipping closer to that. Then we'll see if we bounce. Nvidia's earnings will affect that. For Tesla, one thing I want to call out on Tesla is we are dipping right now, but there is a possible falling wedge that could be forming. If we break past 212 after Nvidia's earnings, this could be a sign we're about to break out. So we'll see how things go. But as far as Tesla goes, we're looking at 205 as support, then 202. And we have resistance all the way up here around this 208 and then 210 area. We still look more bearish on Tesla. We're favoring downside. But even if we do end up seeing a big move to the downside, we could still be once again forming a falling wedge. Maybe I could change the steepness depending on how we draw this out. So we'll see if I have to adjust it like this or not. But if anything, I just want to say that for the time being, this wedge is still valid. We haven't really invalidated this quite yet. And we'll see if this holds. We'll see if this leads to a bounce or not. Depends on Nvidia's earnings, of course. For the QQQ, we're looking more bearish. For now, we are making lower highs and lower lows, but one could argue we have a possible flag that's forming. Will this lead to a big bounce? Will this lead to a dip? We'll just have to wait and see. It depends on Nvidia's earnings. If we have a bull flag forming, this could lead to a breakout to the upside back around that 480 area after Nvidia's earnings, or we could continue to dump to much lower levels. So we're going to be very, very patient nonetheless. Give the market the time it needs. For Aapl, we're kind of dipping as well. We're going to be looking for basically 226.6 as our support to 20 EMA. We may shuffle in this range, and we'll see what the level ends up being. So then we may dip a little bit, and then we'll see if Aapl bounces off that support. NQ is dipping, but we haven't lost critical support yet. We're still holding 19,400. So it could dip closer to that level, and we'll see if we bounce or not. The last time we did hit this range, we did see this try to rebound, so I'll be watching that. We also happen to have ES. I know I kind of skipped over this. It pushed up to about 5650. Our support's at 5605. We're still range bound, obviously, so it's not officially bearish or bullish. We're still stuck in the middle. So we haven't lost any support that's major quite yet. We're just stuck in the middle. For the Russell 2000, I talked about 217 coming. So far, we're holding that. We're kind of shuffling here. So we'll see if we hold 217. If we hold that, we could rebound to 220 soon. So far, it's holding up. It also depends on Nvidia's earnings. Coin is looking more bearish. It's dipping, but look at this support around this 188 area. If we hold around that, we're going to be okay. If we lose that, if we lose 188, there's going to be a bigger dump. For Amazon, we'll be watching 170s or supports. If we hold 170, this could try to rebound. If we lose that, we could turn even more bearish. As of right now, we are bearish. We may dip closer to 170, and we'll see if we bounce. Meta could be dipping towards 515. If we lose that, we're going to be looking for basically the 510 area, and we'll see if we bounce off that or not. We are looking a little bit more bearish for now. Microsoft is losing 410. We could be dipping down towards 407. The 407s may be coming to 408 area, and then we'll see if we bounce off that, but look for a little bit more downside. Same thing with Google. We're going to be looking at 164. If that doesn't hold, we're going down towards 162.8. So we'll see if we hold supports. If we do lose that, we could dip lower, and that's going to be completely fine. So we'll see how well the market holds up. Keep in mind, guys, the market's not necessarily crashing. We're only down 0.3% on SPY, only 1% down on Tesla. So it's not that bad. So we'll see how well the market holds up. And just remember, guys, despite how much we're dipping, as long as you don't lose critical supports, we're going to be fine. And then it doesn't even matter as much. As long as we hold critical support, we're going to be okay. Nvidia's earnings is going to be the real factor, so we'll see what that leads to. So you want to be open-minded nonetheless. So with that being said, I thank you all so much for listening. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys very soon in the next one. Thanks again, and peace out.